If you are a business owner, you should be following these 4 common sense rules for you to be successful in business. Kevin Weir, your Action Business Coach. And I want to go over today what I call the 4 common sense rules for business owners. Now, where did this come from? This came from a gentleman by the name of Dr. Bernard Haldane. And you see in this photograph right here, this is me, him, and his wife, Jean, on his 90th birthday. But Dr. Haldane was an amazing individual who founded the whole career coaching industry back in the late 40s. And one of the things he came up with the 4 common sense rules for people who are looking to change careers. And I remember going over these 4 rules, and after I started an action coach and started my career and my life in business coaching, I pulled these 4 common sense rules out and I said to myself, my gosh, if I flip these around from the job seeker to the employer, it makes just as much sense, maybe even more. So what I want to do is I want to go through these 4 common sense rules from 1 to 4, and I want to explain each one and what does it mean for you, the business owner. So first rule number 1 is your employees work for you. They do not work for your company or organization. So think about this. Your employees do not work for Joe's Plumbing or Mike's Restaurant or anything of that nature. They work for you, Joe Smith, Catherine Jones. They work for you. And so here's the thing is that this rule in essence relates and says that, hey, wait a minute. Your employees are having a relationship with you. Now, this is probably more common in a corporation where, for example, let's say an employee doesn't work for McDonnell Douglas, they work for their main boss. But it works just as well in many respects in a small business. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you hire people to help yourself get ahead in your own business and to solve your real or perceived problems. And see, here's the things when I ask people, ask business owners, why do you hire people? They kind of at first kind of go like, because I need them, or I don't want to do the work myself, or whatever. And they seem kind of perplexed, but the real reason you hire people is to help yourself, you as the business owner, get ahead in your own business and to solve those real perceived problems that you just don't have the time, resources, or ability to do yourself. Because if you could do it yourself, you would, but you don't. So that's rule number 2. Now, rule number 3 is you, as the hiring decision maker, are always, and I emphasize this word, always looking for good talent. You are interested in talking with people possessing talent. You are interested in individuals who have the right chemistry, those who show an interest in you and in your business or organization. What does this mean? It means that you always want to have the radar in your head going around looking for talent, not just a person, talent. Because think about this. I've heard this before from business owners. Well, Kevin, I don't have an opening, so I'm not going to be looking for anybody. Well, hang on just a second. Let's just pretend that somebody walked into your office, sat down, you started talking to them, and you realized during this conversation that if you brought them onto your team, they would make you $500,000 almost immediately from their skill sets. Would you find a place for them in your company and hire them? You bet you would. Of course you would. But the problem here is that we don't constantly have that little radar going inside of ourselves that we're always looking for talent. Because talent solves problems. Talent helps us get breakthroughs in our business. So you should always be looking for good talent. And now the kicker is rule number 4 is that you, as a business owner or organizational executive, you must, and I emphasize must, find the person who is that talented person. Find the person who has the talent that would really love to tackle your issues. So think about this, is what you're ultimately looking for in a person is a task that you need to get done, and the talent to do the task. And therefore, if you don't have that person in your business, you need to consistently be looking for that individual. See, here's the problem is that most business owners are not consistently recruiting. Nope, I don't have a need for an extra employee, so I won't recruit. Well, wait a minute. Recruiting and hiring are two totally different things. You recruit for talent. You hire when it is right. You can't hire when it's right if you've done no recruiting. Because think about this. In a lot of jobs, if you started recruiting today, it could take you up to 60, 75, 90 days if it's a pretty skilled or very hard to find person to get that recruiting done. If you constantly are always looking for talent, then you have a talent pool that you can draw on that you can bring into your company immediately. So let's go back over those 4 common sense rules. Rule number 1, your employees work for you. They do not work for your company organization. Rule number 2, you hire people to get yourself ahead in your own business and to solve your real or perceived problems. Rule number 3, you as the hiring decision maker are always looking for good talent. You are interested in talking with people possessing talent. You are interested in individuals who have the right chemistry, those who show interest in you and your business organization. And rule number 4, you as a business owner, organization executive must find the person who is that talented person. Find the person who has the talent that can really love to solve and tackle your issues. So go out there, start recruiting, find the talent that can help solve your problems. If you want to talk with me and discuss, hey Kevin, I need some help on applying these 4 common sense rules in my business, schedule some time with me, either a 15-minute call or maybe a 30-minute strategy session. I would love to give my time to you for free. I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm going to help you figure out how to apply these 4 common sense rules in your business so you can get the business that you have always wanted. Go out there and make it happen.